Would you like some free money? Well, actually, we're giving it away on stand 35. Free money. I'm going to print it for you right now. It is. Free money. I'm not the expert, but actually, Ethan is.
Hi, I'd love to talk to you today about capital allowance claims and how you can unlock hidden tax benefits.
Hi, thank you for joining me. We're here at the AJBN Business Networking Conference, and, well, you can introduce yourself. Please tell me who you are and why you're here.
Yeah, my name's Ethan Marks. I come from a company called CARD, which stands for Capital Allowances Research and Development. So we specialize in providing businesses free money. It sounds almost...
I like the idea of that.
Right, it sounds almost too good to be true, right? You think, surely I've got an accountant, I've got solicitors, they're going to tell me everything I need to know. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. So it's important that you talk to us because we help businesses claim back and unlock hidden tax benefits.
Who does this apply to?
Okay, so if you're a commercial property owner, or you have mixed-use properties, or even you've refurbished properties, this doesn't just apply to you. It also applies to ancillary businesses that deal with those types of owners. So let's say you're a commercial property law firm, you work in bridging finance, you're a surveyor. All of your clients are going to have commercial properties.
Okay.
So what we do is we take a look at the property and go, right, you purchased it at this time for this much money. Did you know that the government actually encourages you by giving you tax rebates and money off your corporation tax in future?
Wow. And why don't people already know about this?
I'm not sure. This has been around since the 80s.
Gosh.
It's crazy. But in the UK alone, there are 1.1 million commercial properties worth over £1 million that have not claimed their capital allowances.
Well, how does the process work if I want to get involved?
So the way to think about it is if I take a commercial property, tip it upside down, it's all the bits that don't fall out, like your plumbing, your heating, your electric, your HVAC, all that fun, boring stuff that's embedded in the walls, right? One of our experts will be able to take a look at it and use all of their historic data to go, right, if you bought this at this period of time, we think the plug sockets in 2003 cost this much, and their expertise will determine how much you claim back from HMRC. There's nothing contentious. It's not like you're having to argue with them and go, oh, well, we think it's worth this much. They go, sure, here's the money. You're legally entitled to it. The beauty of it, Tash, is all of the fees are conditional. So if there's no savings found, our experts don't charge you a penny.
Wow.
So there's no risk in talking to us.
Well, my next question was, how much will it cost me? You've saved me the effort.
So it depends on the level of the property value, but our experts' fees are pretty small, to be honest. Obviously, if you've got a massive portfolio, they'll be incredibly commercial, be a little bit more flexible than standard rates. But if you have clients, then basically we offer very generous referral commissions. So if you're not the direct beneficiary of these tax rebates, but you give us somebody who is, we actually give you the majority of our commissions that we make from our panel. And the nice thing is, we have a very diverse panel. So depending on the type of property that you have, we're able to help, whether it's furnished holiday lets, service accommodation, or prime central London real estate.
Well, do you have any other competitors in this area?
Well, we're not competitive in the sense that we work with all these different firms who traditionally are competitors, but we like to bring people together. And so by mixing and matching the expertise to the actual client, we give them the best result possible.
That's very interesting. Wow, well, I've exhausted my questions. Is there anything else before we go that you'd like to tell your listeners about?
So there are other types of tax mechanisms that help you claim back things that you wouldn't ever thought about. So let's say you're refurbishing what's known as like a brownfield site, or there's contaminated land. I mean, this sounds really, really boring, but it's actually one of my favorite things in tax, right? It's called remediation of contaminated land.
Things in tax.
Right.
What a statement.
So if you didn't fall asleep while listening to the term, it's because if you do something like you remove knotweed, you remove asbestos, it costs a lot of money because there are legal ways that you have to comply with the removal of these things, so they don't cause any more damage or injure anybody. So it's expensive. But through ROCL, or remediation of contaminated land, the government gives you 150% of your expenditure in removal costs. Now people love tax when we start telling them about these things.
And what do you get from this?
So, well, the pride and joy of doing a great job for our client, of course. But no, it's very simple. We make money from our panel
Yes.
because we're acting as an introducer. And then the people who refer work through us, they're driving a lot of additional value for their clients. So say somebody's thinking, well, I want to purchase this site, or I'm looking at a hotel purchase. It's going to cost me £2 million, and then I want to spend another $1 million refurbishing it. Speaking to our experts first means you can better understand the tax optimization and efficiency of that purchase. And it might make you look at it in a very different way. You go, oh, it's actually a really worthwhile purchase knowing how much money I get back in tax savings.
So for the average person out there who doesn't fully understand this area, could you please summarize everything you just said really briefly and simply before we end things off?
Yeah, very simply. If you own or have refurbished commercial property, or you work in a business that helps people who have done those things, we can help them unlock hidden tax savings and basically put more money in their pocket.
Sounds amazing, can't I?
There you go, free money.
Well, how can people get in touch with you?
So just go to our website, www.ca-rd.co.uk. Otherwise, email me, ethan@ca-rd.co.uk.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Dash.
It was great.